On July 4th, 1962, I found myself in the lost and found of mankind. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that it wants to be there. Just because something finds its way to the lost and found doesn't mean that the person who lost it doesn't care for that lost item.
You are writing moments that people will learn from, grow from, and heal through for thousands of years. Together, we are co-authoring a unique moment in time. That DNA, those fingerprints, they're going to be gone. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But it is your story that they will tell for thousands of years, but only if you leave it. Things that do not serve you must go. The longer you wait, the more time you give them to trick you into serving them. 22 homes in foster care, everything I wore as a scar, as a shame, things that started like Velcro on my spirit. After just a few months, then years, then decades, I had believed myself into believing that they were indelible tattoos. Sometimes we have to be broken down to appreciate the view once we start getting up. I want you to leave this place and know that you have been changed. Why? How do I know it's true? Because each of you has just changed.
Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Good morning to you. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. We're back. We're live. That long weekend. Man, wasn't it great? It was for me. I'm going to tell you something. Yes, took Friday off, took Monday off, And I actually did no labor. Well, yes, I did. I'm lying. I did some stuff around the house that I've been putting off for, I don't know, 6 months. For real. I'm not kidding you. Listen, I needed to start packing to go on a trip this coming weekend. And I was like, where's my suitcase that I used? The little carry on. Still in the guest room, full of the clothes from when I first went to Cincinnati. When was that? July. That's a shame, ain't it? So I took the time, I put away all the stuff, all the clothes in that room, and just did that kind of stuff, did some yard work. And then yesterday had some friends and family over for the holiday. What did you do yesterday? What was your, let's put it this way. Drop in the comments. I'm trying to think if I want to know what y'all ate. What did you eat yesterday? What was your favorite thing that you consumed yesterday? Mine was, let me tell you something. I made a strawberry shortcake, made you want to slap somebody. I'm not kidding. I even garnished it, put the little mint leaves on it. It's on my page. It was delicious. It was. Because I'm trying to, keep it together. But I tore that up and had made a pound cake to put in it. I didn't go buy those little fake cups. I actually made the pound cake. So, yeah, it was a great day. Tell me what you did. What was your favorite food yesterday? Welcome back to the short work week, right? I'm so excited to be back. And why? Well, it's because we fulfilled together what I believe it's my favorite promise. And there's some great promises from there, right? My favorite promise is when two or more of us comes together, you know what happens? Spiritual magic, right? So there's the bell of purpose. I'm going to ring it every time some truth is out there so you don't miss it. We got a great guest today. He's been here before. Excuse me. I'm still dealing with 3 layers. Long COVID. What's the other? Oh, my allergies. That's it. And I'm going today to see an ENT specialist. And I'm not looking forward to it because they have to put that scope down your throat. And he works with people who use their voice to make their living, right? So please send healing prayers, light and love. I want this gone. I'm tired of sounding like Louise Jefferson. I really am. So anyway, Dr. James Cooley is here today. You guys remember him? If you haven't met James, you're going to today. Man, this guy, so many things. He's a motivational speaker. He's also a retired Navy officer. 23 years he was there. Born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And he is a community activist. We're going to talk about that. A dedicated speaker, husband, and father. Let me see here. I'm having trouble here. I need my inhaler. Let's see. James is the host of National Live Radio podcast, The James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. He's the author of a great book. I have a copy. Country Boy, City Boy. A Journey That Ain't Over Yet. And let's see. Oh, he has another book. The Book of Knowledge. Your Pathway to Enlightenment. He wrote that one in 2015. And then he also has another book from 2014 entitled My Path. He's also the president and CEO of J.C. Cooley Innovation Solutions and the J.C. Cooley Foundation. Now, that's what I want to talk about today because James and I have similar passions wherein it pertains to being an example to kids. So today, he doesn't even know this. I'm going to get him in here. Today, I wanted to converse with James about his passion for working with kids because I have that same passion. And why is it so important? So before we get James in here, I'm going to share a little ditty that I have pulled up that I found that kind of opens the door to our conversation today. It's something called Every Teenager Needs to Hear This. And so take a listen and we'll bring
Not caring what people think will be the best choice you ever make. Bro, this whole I want to be popular stuff is basic. I know you see the cool kids, they dress fresh, they get the attention, they turning up, they going to parties, and you want to be like them, right? Keep it 100. Sometimes you feel like you're not enough, right? Well, I'm telling you, you are enough. You were born original. Don't you dare die a copy. You were born to stand out. Stop trying to fit in. Popularity does not mean quality, but I get it. I get it. See, in this crazy world we live in, it has no chill. Some people are loved for being fake, and others are judged for being real. But you have to be real. Never stop. Because it's better to be hated for who you are than liked for who you're not. So what if you don't fit in? So what if you're not perfect? Do you know how diamond experts can tell if a diamond is real or worthless? See, the fake diamonds are perfect. The real ones have flaws. And just like that, fake people appear perfect. Real people make mistakes and have flaws. And let me tell you this, the coolest people don't care about being cool. The people who care about being cool are the saddest. When they go home, they're not happy with who they are. Because see, popularity is when other people like you. True happiness is when you like you. See, me and you, bro, we got the same story. See, I was that shy kid. There was nothing I wanted more than for people to like me, but it didn't happen. And I would always think like why? Why can't more people like me? And then it dawned on me. See, sometimes the universe has to protect you from what you think you want. See, me not being popular gave me time to work on me. And when I worked on me, everything changed. When I had the courage to be me, people started coming to me. See, I found out that I was enough already. And just like that, you are enough already. See, nobody has lived your life. Nobody can tell your story. So pick your head up. Don't dim your light so that others don't have to squint. Don't hide your shine underneath the shade. Don't trade your dignity for popularity. You may not be popular now, but you will be great one day. Right now, you may not be well known, but one day you will be worth knowing. So keep focusing on you. And don't worry about what these people think, mainly because most people don't think. Most people will judge you based on an opinion from somebody else. Man, treat these people like coupons and cut them out of your life. Leave them on red. It's time to focus on you. You may not see it now, but in 5 years, none of this popularity stuff is gonna matter. See, popularity ends on yearbook day. What you build and who you become will last the rest of your life. So don't let them write your story. You keep caring about what people think, you will forever be their slave. And you're stronger than that. So never forget who you are. Because it is who you are that makes you great.
Glory. Yes. Okay.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching.
Bye. James, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Lauren. How you doing, Dr. Lauren?
Good. How are you, James?
Man, I am absolutely wonderful. I tell you what, there's no better way of waking up than watching a video like that. Because
I wanted to. You didn't know I popped you in the screen early. I'd take you out because you started talking to Michelle. But listen, I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about a lot this morning. I want to get started. I'm going to give you a second or two, a minute or two, to say hello to everybody, tell them where you're at in the world, and then we'll get started. I'm going to dip out and I'll come back in. All you, take it away.
Hey, how you doing out there? Good morning. Good morning. I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We are currently in Dallas-Fort Worth. So we live in both California and Texas. And, I just excited to be here with Lauren. I have learned so much. I'm one of the hosts of E360 Television as well, called It's Your Life, the James Cooley Show. And I just love to be able to just connect, inspire, and just like Lauren has said earlier, talk to our youth and young adults because they're going to be our future leaders of tomorrow. And I believe that we all, as a society, have to play our role in making sure that happens.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Now, I saw in your bio, and I mentioned it, that you were born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right? So that country boy stuff in your book is true. But before we get started talking about a number of things, primarily about the kids, and I want to get into really today, talk more. We didn't talk too much about it when you were here last time, but the James Cooley Foundation and what it's all about and what where your passion comes from for that and all that. But first, since you're from Chattanooga, I assume you're proud of your birthplace. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out how much you know about it because we're getting ready to do a little.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
okay, because
Oh, oh.
it's time for some trivia.
I can't wait.
Okay, here are some Chattanooga, Tennessee trivia questions. Who wrote the song Chattanooga Choo Choo?
Okay, I don't know who wrote the song, but I know the song.
Who?
I said I don't know exactly who wrote the song, but I know the song.
You all know the song. Okay, Glenn Miller. That's one down. Next,
Okay.
Chattanooga, Tennessee is actually the birthplace of one of America's tastiest snacks. What tasty snack am I referring to, Cooley?
I believe that you're talking about it's a candy.
Cold.
It got Little Debbie.
I love no. Ooh. Ooh, now. Oh, wait. No. The moon pie.
That's part of Little Debbie.
Little
moon-
Debbie is the right one.
Yes, but the new moon pie.
You guys put it in the comments. Did you get a point for that? Okay. Now, let me tell you, in 1867, actually on March 5th, it was the worst flood. Doggone it, I just gave it away. Doggone it.
That's two.
You are lucky. Let me see. Chattanooga is also home to a certain soft drink company.
Coca-Cola.
Wow. Okay, very good. All right, here's another one. This one. Wow. Did you know? Okay, Walter Cronkite, remember him?
Yes.
Okay, in 1969, he started a real scandal when he referred to Chattanooga as the what city in America?
Worst city in America. Lauren. I think we kind of lost Lauren for a second or so, but I think he referred to Chattanooga as one of the worst cities in America, which
that was Comcast or something. Did you see I was waiting for your answer, and then I came back and no, he said that Chattanooga was the dirtiest city in America, caused a scandal. It had something to do with pollution. You don't remember that? You were just a little boy in 1959.
I was just a little boy, and at that time I was in Graham, Alabama.
So you moved somewhere after?
Well, actually, in my book, I tell a story about my mom had all of these kids, couldn't afford to take care of all of us, so she had to pick 2 of her 10 kids, and she sent us to Graham, Alabama, to live with my aunt and uncle and grandma.
So you have 9 other siblings?
It was 10 of us. Yes.
There were 10 total.
Yes.
Wow. So you were one of the 2 that got chosen.
Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit about this. Okay. So my mom had 10 kids by 6 different fathers, and she was never married. And my mom loved us dearly, but she couldn't afford to take care of all of us. So she chose my brother Jerry and myself. Jerry was 7, I was 6, to move to Alabama and live with our aunt and uncle and grandma.
Were you the youngest in the family?
No, I was number 7.
Oh, so she went right in the middle.
Yes, I mean, she went a little bit further than the middle, but she chose 6 and 7.
What did she ever say? How does a mother choose which 2, or even which one to ship off? How did she ever explain that?
She never explained that. That's always been a mystery on how she decided to send Jerry and myself. But as I write, I guess I would look at number 7 because it turned out okay for me.
I know that's right. So, James, when you were growing up, when you were a kid, what were your dreams?
You know, at the time, didn't have a whole lot at the moment because I was always told I wasn't going to amount to nothing and was not going to do anything. And most kids was told of that because, you know, we grew up in strict poverty, and we didn't have any role models or male models to guide us. Always wanted to be a stand-up comedian and act. You know, so I'm just like,
oh my God! And I always wanted to be a professional heckler of comedians. I've been sitting right in front row. No, I wouldn't. You don't. Do y'all hear that echo? There's an echo.
I don't. I don't.
Do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Pop out and come back in.
Okay, I will do that.
It freaks me out when I hear my.
Okay, let me pop out and come right back.
I'll come back in.
Okay.
I'll tell the folks a little bit more about. You guys want to hear a little while we're waiting on James to come back in. I'm looking at the trivia. Let me see. Bessie Smith was from Chattanooga. Remember Bessie Smith? She was a blues singer. Usher is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here's a little something you probably would not know, that Chattanooga was the first city in the world to bring gig internet speeds to its customer. So at one point, Chattanooga had the fastest internet in the world. Okay. Miniature golf started in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And let's see. What else? Some of these are boring. I'm gonna skip that. What is this? Ooh, there's an underground in Chattanooga. Various doors that lead to nowhere. Windows that open up to brick walls and underground tunnels have been found throughout the city. It's referred to as Underground Chattanooga. They believe that, due to a raising of the city streets in the 19th century in response to heavy flooding. Another theory for all these doors and windows that don't make sense is that the city was simply evolving architecturally at the time. But whatever the explanation, you can see this underground Chattanooga yourself in The Underground Revealed. It's a video. So there you go. James should be back by now. So I'm going to go in. There he is.
Okay. Hopefully that echo is gone.
Echo. Hello.
Hello.
I still hear it, but it's a little bit better. I'm going to rebuke it and just move on. So, James, I want to show everybody a little clip of you speaking, if that's okay.
Okay.
Because you do a lot of motivational speaking.
Yes.
And I've seen you. I cannot stand that echo. Working with kids. Now, I don't know who your audience is. I can't take it.
Maybe it's my jacuzzi, and maybe I need to turn that thing off.
Your jacuzzi?
Yes, it's in the next room. Yeah.
Okay, kill the jacuzzi.
Okay.
If you could. Now, I'm going to go over you guys. Wait a minute. And the internet's acting all funky today. Okay, here it is. Which one? The 4C. That's my favorite. I think it's this one.
The last of the 4 C's that I want to talk about: create, collaborate, commit. When you commit to something, if I said, Brad, are you gonna do that? What you gonna say? Yes. Or if I said, Brad, you gonna do that? Yeah. That's not total
commitment, because when you commit, you got to commit with confidence. Confidence that you can do it. Confidence that you can grow this program. Confidence that we can save lives. Confidence that we can create opportunities to make our communities, with make people lives that's coming back in the system, to make lives that are people that are in high school and in communities and juveniles and kids. We got to educate them, because the main thing that we want to build out of all of this with opportunities, we utilize the 4 C's: create, collaborate, commit with what? Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do is all about commitment with God.
Okay, so commit with confidence, the 4 C's. Great job there, James. So let's talk about those 4 C's. Because I've seen some of your other work where you're speaking to a group full of kids, and you usually lead with this. That's a big piece of your message. Talk about why. Let me unmute you. I see you're muted. There you go. Why? Talk about these 4 C's.
Okay, let me tell you. First of all, the 4 C's is the foundation of the J.C. Cooley Foundation. And I believe that this foundation, if used correctly, if it's understood right, whatever we set our mind to, we can do it. Because let's talk about the first C, creativity. We all have creativity. You asked me a question, said, what did you want to do when, what do you want to be? Mm-hmm. And so we all have dreams, and we all have this creativity. So the first C is create. All the different things that are in the mind. If you can see it up here, you can do it. You just have to be able to formulate and see past the barriers that's going to be in front of you. And you have to be able to have some type of plan that, this is what I want to do. And I'm thinking about all of these things. I'm thinking about a lot of dreams and etc. And before I go on, let me ask you a question.
How are you going to ask me a question? I'm the show. You got it. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
No. But this is going to help me, clarify this. What is the richest place in the world?
For me, the richest place in the world has always been my mindset. Where I imagine, where I dream. Because if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't be here. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay, most people would have said Dubai or something like that, the richest place in the world. But I call it the cemetery. The cemetery is the richest place in the world because, if you have all of these dreams and you have all these ideas, and if you don't tell anybody about it, when you die, these dreams go down with you. So therefore, it takes me to the second C. Collaborate. Collaborate is always being able to collaborate with others, your thoughts, because others might be feeling the same way you do. And if you don't share it, you would never even be able to get any feedback from somebody that might be feeling like you.
Absolutely.
So collaborate. If you tell others about what you're thinking and how you're feeling, maybe they got answers that you don't know, and you find out you're not alone. So
you know what? That's a great point. And really quickly, hi, Mike, the director of the movie Eden. And I also wanted to say, to see on one of the other platforms, Pasha Conger is watching. So hi, Pasha. How are you?
How you doing, Pasha?
Now, actually, that's a great point. I want to talk about that, about how when we collaborate, we find out things that we may have never found any other way. Case in point, I have always found that when I come and follow that agreement, that promise about 2 or more, oftentimes I find myself connecting with people where their weaknesses are my strengths and vice versa. My strengths are their weaknesses. So we're of great assistance to each other. So I definitely get that. I'm trying, y'all. Lord help me, Jesus. Mother Abraham. Echo is trying to hurt my last nerve.
One of the things with the echo that I have noticed that I have made a mistake on, Lauren, is if you got your echo cancellation on.
Somebody told me that.
And so that's where the echo is going to come from. You are the only one that can hear the echo, but it's part of the echo cancellation.
I think you just schooled me because somebody told me that once and I went and did it. So talk about something. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so So I just talked about create, collaborate. So once you collaborate with others and you find out that they are thinking somewhere right around the same way that you're thinking, you're able to sit back and come up with ideas. But you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. So you take the ideas that you guys collaborate. And it takes us to the next phase, which is create, collaborate, commitment. Once you formulate these ideas, you have to commit to being able to do them, being able to stick with it, being able to just work it out, because people are going to tell you that you cannot do this and you cannot do that. The minute that we allow that to get through our mind and also penetrate and get in our heart, and we feel that we were not able to do certain things. So create, collaborate, commit. And when you say you're going to do these things, you have to commit with confidence. Yeah, that's why you have to commit with confidence. You have to say it out loud. Commit with confidence. Confidence in everything that you do. So 4 C's of create, collaborate, commit with confidence. And then I talk about taking all of these 4 C's, put them together, work them together, and live by those. And that creates what we call the big C. The big C is character. And character is what people, when they see you, you are saying every time, because shows, so you have to create who you are just by following the 4 C's. So, but
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Installation was on, so that's not it. And then I came back and our internet went out, and my thing is red over there. You know what I always say? That means that's just negative energy trying to get in and stop something. But I rebuke it. I don't care what's going on. Thank you for carrying the show, James, keeping it moving. I was listening over on my device. I was watching over here. So, those 4 C's. So let's talk about the state of kids today, because we both, you have the James Cooley Foundation. I have the Power Symposium. So, I notice that every year when I come back in front of these kids, there seems to be a different hotbed. Also like when wherever we take the power, when we leave Chicago, like Atlanta, we allow them to choose what audience they feel needs us the most. How do you talk about where you take the James? Well, first of all, just tell everybody what the James Cooley Foundation. What's your primary goal with that organization as far as what you do for kids?
Okay, let me tell you a little bit of how we got started. So,
okay.
When I was coming out the military, and I guess when I was retiring from Lockheed Martin, as an aerospace engineer, I was thinking about all the things that I did not have as a kid, and I did not have a role model, and I did not, and then kind of like felt pushed to the side, lonely. And as I was transitioning to finding out who I am, truly who I am, Michelle and I, we talked about creating this foundation called Options Opportunity / the Choice Program. That's what it's called, overarching the J.C. Cooley Foundation. And I was thinking that there are kids out there just like me. When I was growing up, did not have a father, did not have a role model, was told that they were not going to be able to do anything. And Michelle and I decided that we're just going to start an inspirational breakfast. Maybe we'll have about 10 kids that would be part of that. So we advertised, Michelle put everything together because she's thorough. And we went out and put up flyers, and the first breakfast that we had, thinking that we might have 8 to 10 kids, because we decided to pay for everybody breakfast. That was saying, if you come, we'll pay for everybody breakfast. The first meeting that we had, when we said we only gonna get this, 57 kids and their parents showed up. That's a lot of breakfast. So that was a lot of breakfast. But we was our primary source was just to educate, teach, and guide, and be able to get the kids in front of people, in front of an audience, to teach them speaking ability and to let them know that they can. So that developed into where we grew. We was averaging about 100, 150 people per, and we were doing it once a week per event. And since we had said that we was going to pay for their breakfast, we had to pay for everybody's breakfast. And so we went out, and then we started adding other things onto that. Then we started adding mission trips where we take kids and their families, whoever wanted, we take them over in Mexico to build a house from scratch in 8 hours. I mean, so that's
almost
8
like
hours,
like a Habitat for Humanity kind of thing.
Yes. So
talk about that for a minute. So what does? Okay, let's just say I'm one of the kids. Now I know that means you got to go back 200 years in time to picture me as a kid, but try. You get there, and the kids, a lot of them think they know what to expect, but they really don't. How are these kids different at the end of the day? What does building a house from scratch do to their mindset and their possibilities of believing what they're capable of?
Well, believe it or not, Lauren, so it's a lot of things are taught to them in our program prior to that. But once we get to the stage where we're going to take them on a mission trip, we take professionals with us, people that know how to build a house. But we allow the kids and the young adults to actually build a house. I'm talking about the cookie cutter, putting up the wood, nailing it in. The foundation, one thing I did not say is we send a team over, probably say we go on a Saturday, we send a team over probably Tuesday to lay the foundation. I'm talking about the cement.
Okay.
That's the only thing that we don't do that day on Saturday. So these kids, they get a sense of working together. They get a sense of, okay, mommy and daddy not going to do this for me. They get a sense of a great feeling because they know exactly the family that we are building that house for. And the family is there. They are there. So
Wait. Can I butt in? Hi. That's Gene. I see Gene McGowan. He was my final foster parent. He and his wife had on. But hi, Pops. How are you? I'm just so excited. Thank you. I love you. Okay, go. Let me ask you. I love this idea. I hate the echo. I've said that 20 times. It's a twofer. It's like a double. The kids get their part. You get your part. Who gets that home?
Okay, so this is what we do. So normally we team with a church prior to going. And we identify a family that are in great needs because the pastor over in that area in Mexico, case in point, say Tijuana. They identify potential candidates like this person, this family right here really need this. So that family is identified. And so we know who that family is, and we have to vote on it and make sure we have enough resources. So we already know. And then when we get there, before we start, the kids, the families, who all we brought, they actually get a chance to meet
The family.
that family that they are getting ready to build a house for. And we don't have the family do anything, I'm talking about, but watch. And so the enjoyment out this is once we build this house in 9 hours, we bring everybody in here and we have the kids, along with myself and Michelle in the church, to present them the house. We have done this about, I said 18, 20 times.
James, where did the funds come from?
The funds come from primarily, we reach out and ask for donors to help support this project. Also, the church also have folks, and they have a project, have funds that they utilize as well. So the funds come from the communities. It comes from people with a great heart. It comes from folks that want to see humanity and want to see people be able to, achieve, and also want to see these kids learn skill sets.
Yeah.
So it takes a while, but we get.
I'm gonna try something, James. I'm gonna mute you while I'm talking. Okay. Aha! The echo is gone when I mute him. So it is over on your side of the table. I can ring the bell now because if I ring it with your mic on, my ears would bleed. But so that's what I'm gonna do. I will mute myself. I will mute you when I'm speaking, then unmute you. So I want to ask you this, James. I love this idea, but here's first thing popped in my mind. I know I have met kids when I go into the city, Chicago, to speak. Seriously, I was eating I took some strawberries once, some sliced strawberries. I was eating them. And these two little first grade African-American boys were looking at me like I was eating an alien's head or something. I was like, what? And they were like, what are those? And I said, strawberries. Do you know they were brothers. They both told me that they had never had strawberries. Okay. I'm like, quit playing. But then, we got a little thing down by the water in downtown Chicago called Navy Pier. It's, maybe 20 minutes from where a lot of these kids live. And you'd be shocked, James, at how many of those kids have never been right across town or to the nearest suburb to the mall. They've never been. So my question to you is this: how difficult is it to get the adults that are in charge of these kids to agree to let these kids go all the way to Mexico? Because a lot of them, I would assume, haven't even been out of their own neighborhoods. Talk about that aspect if you could.
Wow, yes. And quite easy, to be honest with you, Alon, because we work with the schools and the parents. Many of the parents attend the inspirational breakfast. It's not just for kids. It's a community. Many of the parents are there. Many of the parents want to also go and participate in the building of the building, and they are spending time with their children.
Sure.
And they're teaching their children. And most of these kids are at-risk kids, and never was even told to do anything like that before. So it's just once the word get out that we went and built one, and the kids come back and tell other kids and the community. Most want to go and do this.
Yeah.
First of all, they get a chance to go to another country. Secondly, they get an opportunity to mingle with their friends. Third, they develop this passion for others. Even though they don't know that family that they're building this for, they develop this passion. So it's just so rewarding to be able to do this.
Right. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna mute you. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, I want to use this minute or two, James. I'd like for you to go into the recesses of your mind and pluck out your most memorable success story. You built 18 or so, I believe you said, of these homes. Find a story where a kid comes back years later and tells you about the impact that the experience with you and your organization, how it affected and impacted their lives. I love these kinds of testimonials, and we're going to hear one when we return. You guys don't go away. A lot more to come. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, welcome back to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and we're here today with the awesome Dr. James J.C. Cooley. And y'all might as well know, wherever you see James, right around the corner, 2 or 3 feet away, is his lovely wife, Michelle. She does, well, let's just say most everything. See, there it was, talking to her right there and caught him, busting. Wait, okay, so welcome back, James.
Hey, yeah, you busted me. Michelle just came downstairs, and you're right. She does all the heavy lifting.
Shout out to Michelle.
I mean, actually, she's the rock of all of these things, including the J.C. Cooley Foundation, because she's also co-founder of that. And wow, I don't know what I would do without her.
You guys make an awesome team. You're better than Will and Jada. And I haven't heard about you slapping nobody, so that was good. And Stedman and Oprah. So strong teams. I believe in strong teams. So I asked you before we went to break if you could try to find a success story from one of these kids that have come back into your life to say, listen, that time with you changed my life. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I got so many. One of the things I want to say before I tell the story is most of the kids in the program are 3 to 4 years, and the majority of the kids, we offer them scholarships to go to school. And this last year we had about 17 other kids that graduated on time, and we had graduated from the West Point, MIT,
Wow.
UCLA, USC, Boston College, Clark, Spelman. I mean, so, but the story that I'm gonna tell is this young man named Jalen. I'm not even calling him by name. Um, his parents was having some major problems out of it because he was at that age where he just wouldn't listen to anybody, and so they got in touch with me and they asked me to take him under my wings for a while and teach him, and so I was more like his mentor. And I worked with him, but then every time he went home, he got in trouble again, and they wanted to kick him out the house, something literally kick him out the house, and they did a couple of times. But I was able to work with him, and we finally got him through high school, and he was one of the kids that I always took on a mission trip because he needed to learn. So he learned from that as well, and his heart softened. And once he graduated from high school, he went into a military school for discipline. Eventually going into the military,
Okay.
and he's been in the military now about 5 years. And he came home one day and came by and said, "Mr. Cooley, remember all the time you took with me, and you always took me on the mission trips. You kind of made me go, and you always held me accountable." He said, "I just want to thank you so much because now I'm in the Marine Corps, and I understand now what you was trying to teach me back then." And so he is very successful in the military up to this point. I'm doing extremely well. And his focus is just it's 180 degrees different than when he was a kid.
Wow. So James, it's not easy putting all this stuff together. Excuse me. I know with my work, in most cases, it's not the kids that slow the process up, but a lot of the adults around, kids. I'm just saying. Talk about how you go about finding, because I'm sure it takes a lot more than just you and Michelle to pull this off. How can people be of assistance to help what you guys do from anywhere in the world?
Okay, so let me tell you, Michelle, again, I'm not joking. She does all the heavy lifting. So we communicate with the schools around us primarily. We communicate with the families that's overseas, especially in Mexico, where we're going. So what we do is we put out flyers. I speak. Her and I go to the schools and speak, and just put out and tell everybody about the good news, the good things that we are doing. And the school counselors, recommended, especially if they are junior or senior, they have to have so many credit hours. I'm talking about volunteer hours. And so that became part of the package, because if they go on a mission trip with us and say they get at least 12 to 14 volunteer hours for that, and you have to have at least 40 to graduate. But if you're going to compete for other awards like scholarships, etc., you have to have a whole lot more than that. So it's not just something that me and Michelle do. We publicize that, we put it in the paper, we speak at schools, and we work with other organizations, churches. So it's always getting the kids and the parents and everybody understanding. And that has always been the easy portion since we started. But making sure that you got the right kids that's going to actually go over and learn and do some things, that's a different story.
So, James, for people, let's say that, because times are tight for a lot of people, but for people that don't have dinero, I told y'all I spoke Spanish. Is that Spanish? It is. Okay. That don't have money to donate, what other things does the foundation need or utilize that people might be able to send or buy and send or that sort of thing? Is there anything like that that the audience might be able to help you out with?
Yes, it's a time it's in essence, a mentorship. A lot of companies like the banks, etc., they donate water bottles, water, backpacks, a whole lot of different things. People, we just ask them, hey, just come and join us, come help us out in any way that you can. Everybody don't have money, but you have time,
Right.
and you have to have the right attitude. So we look at all of those things. It's not all money ain't good money anyway. So if you can give time is worth more than money.
Amen. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you. On the screen, you guys, creeping along our names underneath is James's Facebook page. I want you to go there. Here's also LinkedIn. Now, at the conclusion of today's show, we're going to drop a whole bunch of other links inside the comment section so that you can find them. There's the organization, the website for the foundation, the James Cooley website where you can find most everything James Cooley related. So, James, do you and or your organization have any immediate needs that we might be able to help you with?
Well, what we're doing, COVID has set us back majorly. We normally try to give away at least 15 to 20 scholarships a year. We call them you can scholarships. And those scholarships range anywhere between $250 to $1,000. And as of today, we have given away 156 of those to make sure that we're doing all we can to bring attention to our youth and young adults that they can. That's not enough to pay for college, but it's enough to have them walk across the stage and you call their names out. So we're always looking for funds to do that. We are getting ready to kick back up our inspirational breakfast. We're always looking for funds to do that because Michelle and I, and the organization pays for all of the breakfasts. Most of the time out of our pocket. It's just our way of giving back.
Right.
We're always looking for entertainers. I ain't talking about famous and nothing like that. Because we teach kids theater. We teach them how to do plays, and we want to get them in front of a group so that they can break the stigma that they cannot speak before. They don't have the confidence to speak in front of audience.
Right.
So we try to do all of those type of things. But most importantly, just volunteers and help. And we are nationwide now. And it's like I said, primarily in California. That's where we do this. We're in Texas. We do it overseas, and just all of those things.
James, before we get out of here, less than a minute, tell people about the book and where they can get it.
Okay, so Country Boy, City Boy Journey is on every platform. It's an ebook. It's in hard copy, soft copy. I just finished up a new book, which is audio book. So it's on 50 platforms as well. And I want you to know that we got 3 new books coming out real soon. What's in the Heart of This Black Man is my next book that's going to be coming out. Hopefully that'll be out in November. We also got 2 other books that we're working on. So, but you can get my books on any platforms. Country Boy that ain't over yet.
Well, I'm going to say this. No disrespect to James Brown, but I think he's gone. He is gone. But I think you should take his place as the hardest working man in show business because, they say that's what he was. So I just am so grateful for all the work that you're doing. Your radio show is all over the world, 100 and some plus countries, I believe. And tell people where they can watch your television show.
Well, you can watch my television show Tuesday through Fridays, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on E360 TV, YouTube, my YouTube channel, It's Your Life Radio YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, over 20 plus other live streaming networks. So check us out today. We'll be on 12
There you go.
p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's your life. So,
Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. This is so weird. It's got you like going real fast and stuff. I don't know what's going on with this network stuff today, but we did it, you guys. We got through the hour with a lot of technical things going on. So I want you to continue the conversation by using what you see scrolling across the bottom or the LinkedIn. And again, I'm going to drop all of those links inside the comments for your convenience at the end of the broadcast. Thank you so much. Tomorrow morning, you guys, Dennis Mallon, the actor, will be here to talk about his new movie. He's out of the Florida area. He's been here a couple times. Every time he has a new movie, he does about 5 or 6 movies a year. Great guy. We love him to death. He's going to be here tomorrow morning, so don't miss that. Mark your calendars. And James Cooley, thank you again. My love and everything to Michelle. Thank you, guys. And you guys, I'll meet you out front tomorrow morning, God willing, at 8 a.m. for our next illuminated conversation as we do it all over again right here on Bathrobe Moments. Have a blessed day. But more importantly, be the blessing for someone else. Bye-bye. Thanks, James. Thank you so much. Love you, man.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, Michelle.